You know what's sad? I've never actually been to Saskatoons as long as I've lived here my entire life.
What?
And I know they do, I think, like meal prep foods, if I'm not mistaken. I think you can actually order meals to go and like a week at a time. So basically, if you're on like a keto, if you're on Whole30, if you are doing paleo, they can do a menu catered for you, obviously for a weekly price and so on, and you just go pick it up. So at least that's what Heidi Aiken on B93.7 says in her radio ads that I listen to occasionally when I'm forgetting that I have a thing called podcast on my phone, which you listen to right now. This is the One Star Review podcast, guys.
I figured it out. I went this year. I went in January.
Did you leave a review?
No, I searched through my wife and I's text messages to be like, when did we go? Looks like it was January 15th. Because I was like, you going directly to Saskatoon's or swinging by the house? Here, checking in. She goes, on the way here.
Nice. So she was like ready to get her game meat on, is what she's saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then, and it was within a couple days of somebody posting like somebody started that whole like suggestions of the Greenville flag on the Greenville subreddit. Because then we were like texting the funny ones to each other.
Saskatoon. Hold on. This is a very long name. Saskatoon Steaks, Fish, and Wild Game.
Oh my God, I did not know that full name.
Off of 681 Halton Road. It recently moved in the last 2 years from Hayward Road, which was a very long time location in a very weird shopping strip that's really old that, for Larry's sake, doesn't like because they had a sinkhole in front of there like 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's where that sinkhole was, in front of the old location, yeah. And, so this has been a long time.
But Halton Road is off of Haywood.
Yes,
so
it's down the road.
They didn't move super far.
No, they moved down the street like maybe half a mile tops in the corner of this like giant empty lot that's weirdly behind a Burlington Coat Factory.
So the new location, Halton, is like, it's very lodgy. It's got like a lodge feel to it.
It's a standalone, giant owned building that's a very lodge. Yes, I agree 100%.
And so we went in January, bit time out on my joking around about the Greenville subreddit. The food was good. It was a lot of like odd meat that I've never had any reason to try. I think I had kangaroo, I had ostrich, and I can't remember what the third meat was. The funny thing was that it's like ostrich was like the least bird-like bird meat I've ever had. If that makes sense. I don't know. It was like big animal meat. like at one point I kind of looked at my plate and I was like, wait, which meat is which?
So it all just blended in?
It all just kind of tastes like meat.
So wait, are you giving a 1-star review right now? Okay.
No, I'm not, because it was good, and I had potatoes, and I had a salad, I had a Caesar salad, and we had like a glass of wine. There was some reason, I think we were celebrating something. Maybe Lauren had just gotten a bonus or something. I don't remember what it was.
And you were like, you know what? Let's get some strange meats in this.
Yeah, let's get some strange meat.
And by that, I mean, when they say game meat, you got ostrich, alligator, elk, red deer.
Oh, it was elk. That was the third I had.
Yeah, these are all on the menu. This is a very normal place. But again, different options there. 1-star reviews. We read the bad reviews of good places we like to eat. Saskatoon's is a very Greenville location. But this is your host, Andrew Van. And I have in-house Larry Simonson.
My dad's meat.
Your dad's a kangaroo meat.
I haven't made that joke in a while. And actually, that might have been one of your other podcasts that joke was a thing.
Well, we do it here now because we had to carry it on. But that being said, this is what 1-star review. This is what we do. We enjoy reading the bad reviews of good businesses to kind of slap back at some trolls, have some fun, and really just support local businesses in a weird way that we can. And in case you didn't notice, here's an example from 3 weeks ago. This would have been mid-July 2021. Oh. First off, the salad and grilled chicken tasted awful. It's like it wasn't fresh. Then our waiter didn't ask if I wanted another beer after I just got finished with the first one. The food is not good, and what it is priced for, and it takes about 30 minutes to get your check. Just a bad experience.
Christ almighty. Listen, I go to a wild game restaurant, and all I want is chicken that is good and to be mind read by the waiter so that they bring out some more beer to me. That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, there's a response from the owner. Should I read that one?
Do it.
Matthew, We're sorry you didn't have the best experience.
Usually it's me fucking up reading the name. I like that you've read it this time.
I've done it. I've had 2 beers, and I'm reading names now. Here they come. Matthew, we're sorry you didn't have the best experience. We can assure you this isn't reflective of our typical service or food. Our team is usually praised for their attentiveness, so we're disappointed we dropped the ball this time. We hope that you'll give us another opportunity in the future to show you we are great, show you what great food and service we're all about. Edmund, owner.
Well,
All right.
it's a very honest reply. Can I say that? It's very, I like the ownership behind that. Here's one from 4 months ago. Couldn't cook my wife's steak right. Send him off 2 times, and other couple behind us did the same thing. Don't believe ratings on places. They paid other people to get good ratings. We've been 5-star rating places before, but disappointing after disappointing. This place sucks. Wow.
Fuck, all right.
Wow. Holy shit. This person does not hold up tight. And, very chivalry of you sticking up for your wife's steak. Good for you. You're a real man. Response to the owner. It's sad that we couldn't get your wife's steak right. This isn't common, and we'll be addressing this with the team. We want everyone to enjoy an authentic Saskatoon experience, and we sincerely hope that you'll give us another chance in the future to make it right. Edmund, the owner.
Quick check. This is a family-owned business, right?
Yes.
When we went, one thing we kind of observed was there were a couple people working there who were like a little bit younger. I almost wondered if I was like, are these like the owner's kids as the server? Because there was like a mix of servers, but there were like a couple of younger folks as well. Now, and I wasn't sure because I just don't know the family at all. But there was like several people who looked related who were servers who were kind of young. But
you know what I don't like in reviews is no matter how justified you feel in your experience, I don't feel like there's a need to drag in another restaurant's name to give them a plug to make yourself feel better. My fiance and I were excited to eat here for his birthday tonight, even if it meant getting to go. However, it seems that this restaurant does not answer or return calls. We both called for over an hour while leaving our number to get a call back. We had high expectations and were extremely disappointed. However, Sobeys does in fact answer their phone, even on the first call. This isn't a good look for a hospitality-focused business. In response to the owner, we understand how important it is now to make every celebration special. We're so terribly sorry there was this delay in calling you back. This kind of feedback isn't the norm for us, and we're known for excellent customer service. It's disappointing to read about your experience. Our team should have been more attentive to returning your phone call so we could place your order. Again, we understand how this first impression of us wasn't a great one, but we hope that you can give us another chance in the future to make it right. What? So we've been doing over 50 episodes, I think, so far of one-star reviews.
I think that's the first one I've heard where somebody was like, let me reference another restaurant. Beyond, well, in this podcast, it is the first time we've read one on the air. I have definitely read ones that were like, I own a restaurant.
Sure.
And they've been shitty, but they haven't said which restaurant.
But you know what I enjoy so far is the majority of the reviews that I'm seeing that are 1 stars or whatever, they're all getting replies. And every reply we've read so far, it's very heartfelt. It wasn't a generic like the ones that you love, like hi.
Yeah, no, they're not corporate canned. Like they're like they're probably people who work in the restaurant, acting as like wearing multiple hats.
And
it's
they're
the
not
manager or something, or the owner.
Yeah, and they're not just like, sorry, could you just email us and let us know? Like they're like full paragraphs, and they're actually verbatim responding to each part of your review, and then saying Edmund the owner. Like
these guys are doing Edmund, you're doing a good job.
They give a shit. That's great. So to me.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, especially, right? This is like a family-owned business.
Yeah.
This is his restaurant.
Sure. Yeah.
And you gotta take care of it, right?
I believe that.
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of a different one for Saskatoon so far. Just made it to the bar, and what a disappointment. I don't know how to describe this emoji face. It's the one that's like kind of like doing. It's the one that's.
Durr!
It's the one that's like whoa, whoa,
Drunk face. Durr!
That's the one that that's the one that's like the best description. The whoa.
Yeah.
Do not expect any craft cocktails here, folks. Even a good old fashioned is made with a sugar packet and a snappy attitude. Response from the owner, Paulina. It's. I'm not reading your last name or address.
Look at you pulling a me.
Paulina, it's sad to see you weren't a fan of our cocktail menu. In the future, don't hesitate to ask the bartender or your server for any recommendations. We hope that you can give us another chance to show you a great time. Okay, maybe something we're learning here. This place has the meats. Maybe the cocktail menu isn't like
they have the meats. Yeah, take maybe. That, Arby's. This is from a month ago. Food was comparable to Cookout, except at around a $30 average cost.
That's a disagree.
After eating at Coral, see, this is one of those reviews again where,
damn it,
why do you need to bring in Coral? Why?
Which, like, P.S. Coral is a very good place. It's seafood version. It's not like Saskatoon's, but it's all seafood.
Yeah, and there's no need to drag in the name Coral for this, except for like self-plug / I guess showing off like, I eat at these kinds of places because I'm special.
The price point is similar. I will say that.
But still, like, there's no need to bring in another restaurant saying that you enjoy. Anyway, after eating at Coral downtown Greenville for the same price frame, I'm going to have to skip on this place next time. Response to the owner, we're sad to see you didn't have to find your meal worth the value. While prices are subjective, ours reflects the quality of our food and service fairly. Nonetheless, we respect your opinion and we wish you the best moving forward. Again, Edmund, the owner.
Here's one that could be concerning, but I think it's probably okay.
Go on.
Unsafe for diners with allergies. Our hostess joked she would put a red dot on my forehead so I wouldn't die. Our waitress, who turned out to be the manager, was rude and unwilling to listen to my allergy concerns. She didn't think she needed to take my allergy card back to the chef. She threw my allergy card back down on the table towards me after getting my order wrong for a third time. We will not be returning to this restaurant. Okay, so a couple things here. First off, the red dot is definitely a joke. There's no way that somebody wouldn't mean that as a joke. The allergy card thing of like, if they got it wrong 3 times in a row, that definitely sucks. But there is a response from the owner. Deborah, we're sad to read about your experience as we take any diet concerns and food allergies very seriously. This kind of behavior from our staff is out of the ordinary, and we'll be discussing this as a team. We want everyone to feel comfortable dining with us, and we're sorry this happened. We understand if you choose to dine elsewhere, and wish you the best moving forward.
See, again.
Yeah, this is a good apology.
Yeah, they've all been really good apologies.
Yeah.
This is from 2 years ago. The ambiance is great and rustic. Also the bar area. But of all the good recommendations of the foot here, I didn't notice anything. We had to meet cutter 2 steaks right off behind each other and got 2 different in shape and strength back. All 4 dishes were swapped with the side dishes. For the money, it is not worth the visit. There are better places for a good steak. What the fuck did I just read? Let me go back. We had the meat, M-E-E-T.
We had the meat.
We had the meat cutter.
We had the meat cutter.
We had the meat cutter. 2 steaks cut off right behind each other and got 2 different in shape and strength.
I'm fucking confused.
Back. What does that mean, in strength back?
Oh, no, I don't know. I have no idea what this is.
And then all 4 dishes were swapped with the side dishes?
I gotta know. I can see your phone from here. What was the apology from the owner?
We're pleased to enjoy the look. You enjoyed the look and feel of our lodge, but we're sorry we seem to have some difficulty finding just the right cut for you. We never want to bring anything less than the highest qualities to your table.
Oh, man.
We hope you have another opportunity to offer you steak and game we are known for soon.
That right there, folks, is read between the lines. They went, I think this is what your problem was, so I'm at least gonna do my best to acknowledge it.
I-
Like, what a class act.
So I can't remember if we recorded the part where you were talking about your wife being a fantastic cook. I think we did
Oh
record
yeah,
it.
Lauren is a fantastic cook.
And I pride myself in steak too. My wife's father, every time he visits, so we live really close to a Walmart. Surprisingly, the Walmart we live close to has tomahawk steaks, and for like $30.
Oh wow.
So for me, I'm in the same realm with your wife where I don't want to pay for a steak when I know how to reverse sear,
Yeah.
smoke it, and
Oh.
put it on my damn
Yeah,
grill.
if you know how to reverse sear, then like,
Yeah,
you're
what the
done.
hell?
You're
What the hell?
done.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can save $200 and get my own tomahawk steak.
Like
and
every particular type of food is a different thing. Some food's an
sure,
art. Baking is a science. Meat is a method.
I've never though thought to myself, what strength is my meat? What strength is my sirloin here?
I want a good strong steak. I want it to fight my teeth when I bite in.
I
Um,
I hope to get feedback from Lauren on that. I'm like her being an aficionado and steak to be like, what is the strength of your steak you prefer? That's what I want to know.
like she's gonna be like, do you mean like medium well? Like what do you mean?
Look,
right.
listeners, if you know what your preferred strength of steak is, you can write in at yesvandrew@gmail.com. Let me know what is your preferred strength of steak, because maybe I'm doing it wrong, and I've been doing it wrong this whole time. But please correct me.
Here's a 1-star for you. I put 1 star because it is required. This restaurant has progressively gotten worse and worse. We have continued to give it a chance after chance, and we are finally done. There is not enough food on the dish with quail, lamb, and another meat on it. The quail looked like a frog I ran over and brought in and plated. My husband had to eat again at another restaurant because he was still hungry. And no, he is not heavy. He is very tall and thin. The pecan-encrusted salmon had no taste at all and only had pecans on the top. It was not encrusted. We do not mind paying high dollar for food, but we expect a good meal in return for plenty of food. Oh, and the prime rib was all fat. Very disappointed. Response from the owner. Reviewer. We're sorry we've left you with some less than desirable impressions. Please know we always do our best to give our customers a great experience. We understand if you're ready to look elsewhere, but we'll always be here to warmly welcome you back when you're ready to let us prove ourselves the right way. Take care. Bye, bitch.
You go to this restaurant expecting to have high quality meat. The food was very low quality. The meat was not very fresh. It is very overpriced. You get such small portions of meat. I have never seen a place that serves half of a corn. This is the perfect place to get robbed and be served 1 pea of corn and a thumb length of meat for $20 each. Response from the owner: thank you for your kind words of our business last night. First, we do appreciate your business. Second, I must defend ourselves by saying our prices are a function that are of our age exotic meats from all around the world cost. Each meat is marinated and seasoned appropriately and prepared in its own unique style. Regarding the corn, while we do serve a small piece of corn, it is a part of a medley of other vegetables that accompany the main entree. I wish you had let us know. We would have happily brought you more. Regardless, we do wish you safe travels. May your days be filled with blessings. Sincerely, Edmund Wu,
Man,
owner.
Edmund. Good
Yeah.
lord.
That is, man, I want Edmund to write me a Christmas card. I swear to God. So my next one I have here. Do you have one ready?
I do have one ready.
You know what? I'm gonna let you go first. I can breathe it.
Okay.
You do it.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. My wife and I don't get many date nights with kids, as I'm sure many of you can relate, which makes this experience even more disappointing. We originally were going to Iron Hill Brewery, but decided to go try Saskatoon's, and it was the worst experience I have had in a long time. The service was so bad, all caps, I could not get out fast enough. I even asked to talk with the manager, and of course no one came. We had no drinks, and it was still $130 to eat for 2 people, which isn't the worst, but when the food is bad, it just makes you even more irritated. The food was overcooked, and I didn't dare send it back, as that would have added another 30 minutes to our already horrible experience. Don't ruin your date night. Try another great restaurant in Greenville, as there are plenty to choose from. Response from the owner. I'm not even going to read it because you already know how classy it is. It's a really good response. It's definitely like a oh man, I really wish you would have, like if it wasn't the way you wanted it, send it back, blah blah blah. They're gonna ask you how you want your meat generally, right? He didn't even say what they got, just that it was bad.
Yeah, he just, I don't know, that there are reviews like that. And even with the response as kindly as it is, like it always just kind of makes me scratch my head of like, are we getting an actual review here, or is this person just griping and gripe? Does that make sense? Of like,
Yeah, I mean, there's how many reviews did we say there were? 2,000
there's a lot. It's like 2,800.
2,850 reviews.
Yeah.
And it has an average of 4.8. That is a lot of 5-star
And we're
reviews.
only going through the few 1-stars in comparison and quantity of the 5 and 4 and the rest of them. So that's overall, folks. I mean, again, we do this podcast because we truly do. One, I don't know Edmund Wu. As an Asian American who grew up in South Carolina here as well, I can't but give nothing but love to Edmund Wu right now. Finding out that one, he's an Asian owner of a steakhouse restaurant that is a country-style lodge.
Yeah. No, it definitely doesn't feel remotely Asian when you go in. It's Americana as fuck.
And that's what's so funny to me because it reminds me not only of the show that I love, Fresh Off the Boat, that was canceled a couple years ago on ABC, but I love that it's also something my parents did when I was little. We talked about earlier off record here that my parents, when they came to this country years ago, many years ago in the 70s, they were the second owners of a restaurant called the Ugly Biscuits here in Lake Forest Shopping Center, right near the chocolate shop. And we were talking about the chocolate shop because of how great they've been in business for over 45 years. Fantastic reputation, probably 0 1-star reviews because they don't deserve any, because they deserve all the 5-star reviews. The Pitcher family is a tremendous group of folks there. And my father, we had a restaurant right down, literally a couple doors down from them. And people, I remember, I was young. I was like almost a toddler by the time they had left that place behind to someone else and that person ran down, because people love their biscuits. So when you change from handmade, hand-rolled, beaten out drop biscuits that my parents learned how to make to a frozen product that the second owner, the third owner I met changes to, yeah, people quit immediately. But that all being said, I can still, and I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, about 5-6 years ago, I made a Mother's Day scrapbook for my mom. Very simple little couple pages. And what I did was I went on Facebook and I found a group that was Greenville Do You Remember When? And it's a lot of old folks who just reminisce and post old pictures of Greenville, old restaurants, posters, whatever it is. So one day someone put a poster of the dance studio, that Palmer Dance School used to be in that Lake Forest Shopping Center once upon a time. In fact, I think the sign is still reminiscent in that shopping center. You can still see like the old ass like sign from the 60s, because nothing's ever replaced it since it's shut down many years ago. And I was so touched by the many people who put in the comments, I miss the Ugly Biscuit. I miss it. I can still taste it. I can still blow it out. And so every single one of those people, I introduced myself. I said, hey, my name's Andrew. I'm actually the owner. I'm actually the owner's like son, blah, blah. And from my comment, people just nothing but happy things replied. So I printed and I cut out those little images and I put it in like a thing for my mom to see. And she was so touched. She was like, oh, I still remember that, but that's like Lynn from the insurance company. And she, 40 years later, still remembers these people. So I say that in some favoritism to Edmund Wu, and I read his reviews, and I'm sitting like, damn, like, I can genuinely feel for him when he's reading these reviews and he's replying personally to them with thought and sincerity. So to me, it's like, that alone, like, again, I say I haven't been here before, and my wife's not a big red meat eater, and she does not eat game meat, but I would be inclined to convince her to be like, hey, look, we got to support this guy because he's a pretty damn stand-up pretty dude. And he's been in business for over 30 years, but I think over like 35 years upcoming in 2022. So that, with these 2,800 reviews, that should say something about Saskatoon's right there. So that's my long rant. Sorry. But
And while you've been speaking, I've looked up the Ugly Biscuit and I found that Facebook group.
yeah.
It's Greenville, South Carolina natives.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, the best ever.
Yeah.
Perfect example of the food business. Great food, lots of business, still no profit.
Yeah. I was still bump into people occasionally who still remember, and it boggles my mind. Like, that is a reminder for me, and I'll end on this note. Like, this is the reason I like doing this podcast, not only just to hang out with my buddy, but I genuinely love supporting my hometown. I grew up here, and I don't do anything but really my best to support local business. Either if I patron there myself, then I recommend people to go to try good places. And that being said, I can't but help but say, if you haven't listened to the past 26 something minutes of this already, and convince yourself you need to try something different, try something that has been a staple in this town well before other places. In fact, when Saskatoons first came to Haywood Road, it was probably a barren desert that had nothing but the mall. And the fact that it is still a testament in time today off of Halton Road, now just right down the street from the original location, should say something to you there.
It's a piece of Greenville history for sure.
Yeah. And Larry would know. Larry and Lauren got a bonus, and he was like, "Hey, baby, let's go get some game meat."
Hey, baby.
Yeah, that's how we talk.
Hey,
to each other.
Baby, let's go get some ostrich meat.
Hey, this is turning you on to do a Muppet voice.
Hey, hi ho. Hi ho. Larry Simonson here.
When Lenny,
Why are there so many meats that we can eat?
Larry finishes, he's like Swedish chef. Oh
Oh my God.
Hey, you want to go get some game meat?
Are we just gonna Rolodex all of the Muppets right now?
Oh, what is game meat?
Super kangaroo.
I don't want to eat kangaroo.
Hi, everybody. Let's have some ostrich meat.
Well, hey, Mr. Simonson, you're not going to eat big ol' me, are you?
Oh my God. No, bird.
Why are you staring at my legs, Mr. Simonson?
hungry, bird.
Ah! Anyway, check out Saskatoon Steaks, Fish, whatever the long, very long title is, but just say Saskatoon and you know exactly where you're going, right there on Halton Road. Again, and listen to our voice, whatever you're listening to already. Give us a like, subscribe, whatever audio device you're listening to right now, whether it be Google and iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Amazon. Give us a like, subscribe. Help support us as well as we continue doing more episodes supporting our local businesses here in Greenville, South Carolina. If you have suggestions, hey, you know what?
Oh my God, do it. Yeah, please.
Like I said early in the email, yes, Vandrew, and yesvandrew at Gmail, but also, hey, if you want the extended clips of what Larry really feels about places and more Sesame Street audio, let us know.
Wait, what?
Oh, you're involved now. Sorry.
Oh no.
This is the show.